So Thomas, well, it's like 7 years ago, we found a group home in Dublin, which is like 10 minutes from our home, so it's wonderful. So we get to see him all the time. And even more wonderful than that, we found a group home care provider that's a dream come true. This man, they are the unsung heroes of our society, people who take care of disabled or elderly and do so many things that are unrecognized. So about 6 years ago, I was asked to write a poem about hero for an event in Pleasanton. And that's what came to my mind. So this one's always a little emotional for me, so I'm going to do my best. This is to Orlando, to a hero 12 miles away. It's not because every day you make sure 6 young men are dressed and bathed, ready for another day. It's not because you make sure they all go to the dentist and get checkups, or that you drive them to Fisherman's Wharf on Saturday afternoons. It's because in the morning you straighten my son's clothing as if it were your own. It's because just before I shut the door, I watch my son wrap his hands around the crook of your elbow, and I know he will be okay. Even after the sun has left me, even after the house has gone dark. It's because I thought I would never go to Disneyland with my son again. But you drove for 11 hours in a van with 6 disabled young men and 4 staff members and let me go quietly on the Peter Pan ride when everyone was hungry for dinner. It's because now when I drive up the street and park in the driveway, I will find you spackling a damaged wall or tending to the sprinkler in the front yard, perfecting the art of fixing what's broken. I remember the first night when I had to leave my son with you and how you let me call you as many times as I needed. I didn't know what he would be having for breakfast the next morning. I didn't know what pajamas you would choose for him to wear that night, but I knew that somehow the twilight would know, and I could trust you to see the complexity of its shadows. Sometimes at night when it's late and the last lamp is shut off in the house, I think back to the first loss. How a diagnosis can sever the limbs of knowledge. How the phrase group home can make the walls crumble. I think about how different a road feels when you drive to something as opposed to away. And I think of you, and I think about my son sleeping in his room 12 miles away. How a life can be wrapped and unwrapped in 1,000 different colors. How one person can make an origami out of any shape of loss and make it somehow feel like gratitude.